And welcome back to the Unfiltered Podcast. As always, my name is the Kev.
I'm Jay Jones.
St. Joe and the Hizzy.
And we hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. Hey, if you're tuning in on Wednesday and you're looking for, or really if you're tuning in Tuesday night on YouTube and looking for us, and we're not there. And Wednesday morning, we're not really here either. This is going to be a best of episode part 1. And we thought we would just say hi to you and reminisce for a couple minutes about the year that was 2022.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, I'm gonna be, instead of recording tomorrow Tuesday night or whatever the hell it is, I'm gonna be tits up in my underwear sitting on my couch.
Wow.
Yeah, drinking.
Wow, there's a visual for you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, I might even get some jalapeno Cheetos.
Ooh,
yeah, baby.
I'm gonna be in the backwoods of Georgia.
Damn.
Yeah.
St. Joe's gonna be creeping around St. Joe's.
Oh boy. Hey, do you call it the best of, or do you call it highlights?
Well, highlights would mean something relatively funny, right? These are the best clips, the best moments. And I tell you, for the avid listener out there, or people who have been listening for any amount of time, you have forgotten about some of these.
Got it.
You know, it is. There are other moments that had to be left out because of time constraints and whatnot. They could probably seriously be 5 best of episodes. We could have probably taken the whole month of December off.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, like we've said time and time again, if there's anybody who is tuning in for the first time and they haven't listened to the show, or they decided this is the one that we're going to tune into, this is the one that you need to tune into.
This
because it gives a very good look into what the show is about.
Absolutely. This is a highlight or a best of fucking nonsense. That's really all I could, with a couple of like cool little guests peppered
If you want the fucking cliff notes to the Unfiltered Podcast,
exactly. There you go.
This is where you're gonna get it this week and next week. So wrap up the year that was 2022. These are the cliff notes of the Unfiltered Podcast.
Right.
Do you guys, real quick, have something that pops out in your head from the past year that really you're looking forward to hearing? Because to let the listeners know, the only person that's listened to this episode that you're about to listen to is me.
True.
Right.
I would say for me, a part that I'm looking forward to listening to would definitely be Brad. Brad was on twice. Yeah. He was one as a full guest and then as a guest, like a mystery guest.
Right.
And but no, those were pretty awesome. And you know, the episode with Nefarious and Mama D was great.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
I gotta think that mine's a little bit of twofold. I think that because Jay being listener and then coming in to be host, I think that my appearance of going off on Jay, doing the ripping off of the material, and then the two penny kind of may make an appearance.
I probably most certainly will. Yes.
That make an appearance.
Yeah. But I think it may be clipped together because you came on and said again, had a little like snarky comment where you kind of mimicked it as well. So when you came on the show here, you kind of, snarked it up a little bit here, mimicking me.
One thing I never told you, St. Joe, that you never realized. I had a whole show dedicated to you.
I know you did. Beebs told me. Beebs told me that you had
Kev
one in
and
the can.
Beebs called me off that wall because they're like, this is a no return kind of thing.
Yeah.
You had one in the can that was ready to go, and like
that would be a great lost episode. Now that we can all sit back and listen or laugh about it. Yeah, but that would be a great lost episode of.
I mean, it's funny. I had all the imaging done for it. There was some great pictures and stuff I made up.
Yeah, I think there's a couple, but like you say, I will always. Oh
Yes,
God,
yep,
there
there
we
it
go, right
is.
there. I mean, there will always be a couple that come back where I'm like you say when you listen to it, like I don't remember saying that.
Right.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
that for me because I'm so off the cuff. I just kind of, my shtick ever since me and Beeb started this was, let other people talk and I'll just, interject here and there. That's what I like to do. Kind of like most of the interviews where I listen to all of them where you and Beebs or Jay, mostly you guys are asking the questions and I'm just back here kind of making fun of the
chuckling.
guests,
Yeah.
and chuckling and not really. I'm trying not to be, with some of them we're trying not to be disrespectful, but
Right.
with all due respect to our friends in the flat Earth community, these guys are kind of out there. There's also a couple of things when you bring that on, and then her name escapes me right now, but the do you believe in hell lady, to where you're kind of like, man, I wish I would have asked that.
Right.
I wish I would have said that. Because she was pretty out there too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think there's going to be some good things and some callbacks. And people always ask, "Do you listen to the episode?" And I do it for that exact reason because I don't remember what I say half the time. So
Yeah.
it is fun to listen to it and go, "That's funny." And I do catch some things where that are funny when you hear it on the show the next day. So I'm looking forward to it, man. The next 2 weeks will be very fun to listen to, and yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's get on with it.
Yeah, let's listen to this shit.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoy it. This is the best of Unfiltered 2022, and this is part 1, and we'll be back next week with part 2, and back the second week of January with live episodes. So everybody, hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. We'll catch you in 2023. Enjoy the best of.
You guys ever play a game called Cards Against Humanity?
Oh, I'm fucking awesome at that. Unbeatable at that game.
So you will like this story. We have a game because we like that game so much that we said we want to play a game like this with our kids because our kids are always there. So they made a version of the game called Kids Against Maturity. So we thought that's got to be safe, right?
Wrong.
Do you guys think it was safe?
Probably not.
No.
Well, we were doing good for a long time, but when you're playing that game, Kev, do you ever just get these cards where you're like, I have no idea when I'm ever going to use this card?
Yeah, like every time, and then you wind up using it like first.
Well, I got one that I could never find a way to use it, right? So for those of you who haven't played the game, right? In the game, there's a card that's drawn and the person who draws it reads it and you're just finishing the sentence, essentially. It's like a fill in the blank game. So they read what's one of the sayings, like, my teacher said blank, and then you have to fill in the blank with one of the cards in your hand. So the idea is to make it as funny. I always make it as funny as I possibly can. Winning be damned, right? So I just make it as funny as I can with whatever I have in my hand. And so I get this card in my hand. I'm like, with the kids version, you get cards that you're like, I'm never going to be able to use that. Like, because they're trying to stay clean, right? They're trying to stay clean.
Mm-hmm.
Trying keyword here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going along and I'm like, okay, sweet. We had a couple pretty funny ones that were a little bit, they're edgy, just a little edgy, right? But we never went over the line, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it comes to my wife's turn. She takes the card and she starts reading the sentence. Can you guess what the sentence was?
Something to do with the Christmas pickle.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your.
Absolutely.
Blank. Yeah. So I'm like, this is my moment. I've been holding to this card for an hour now, and I'm finally going to get to use it. And the reason I'm going to use it is because I want to see if she's actually going to say it. And by God, she said it with the kids right there in front of us. I wish I was recording it. And then she laughed and laughed and laughed. Can you guess what the card I had in my hand was?
Boobs.
No, they don't have that on the kids' game.
Tits.
No, the card was
butt cheeks.
It was taco meat.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your taco meat.
Clap your taco meat. I mean, sure. I get the
Dude, the last time I played that game, okay, I was in Blue Ridge, Georgia. It's snowing outside, and there ain't shit to do. And I've said many times on here, my very good friend is a religious person, and his wife is even more of a religious person. Very nice lady. All this I'm holding in my hand. Now, you know the rules. The way we play, you can use it in front of whatever card everybody has or behind it.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. The card I'm holding in my hand is things that taste good burnt.
Oh,
Okay. They pull the card. No shit. They pull, and I'm like, I'm never going to use this card, right? You know, because you got multiple cards. I'm never going to use this card. I'm trying to get it out of my hand. They pulled the card. Jewish people.
oh my God. You got to
and you're like,
kidding me.
For the win! For the win!
Dude, they quit playing. They're like, we've had enough of you. Stupid Tweet of the Week brought to you by the Stupid History Minute. And this is right up there with Stupid History. Okay. This person, he doesn't like the woke people. Okay. At all. And he says, Rosetta Stone did not sit on that bus for you gays to be asking for equal rights.
My God.
That's the Stupid Tweet of the Week, brought to you by the Stupid History Minute. 70 episodes now streaming. Season 2 coming at you in about 2 weeks. Have you ever played Call of Duty?
Yes, all the
Okay.
time, actually.
Are you familiar with the Call of Duty lobby?
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Is there or is there not outlandish shit said in that lobby?
If you think our podcast is bad,
Right. Here is something.
you go sit in a lobby, a Call of Duty lobby, for like 2 seconds, and you're gonna hear stuff.
Here's something said in a Call of Duty lobby. Okay. This is a Call of Duty lobby, and it was said by.
Please
Yes,
don't.
I'm about
Please
to.
do not.
I'm absolutely about to. He said, and I, when I heard this, I lost it. It's like a great joke. You need every word of this joke, and it's horrible. This is worse than St. Joe's joke. My favorite joke. I say this is worse than that. He said, and I quote, "You better register me because I'm about to fuck these kids."
Oh gosh, that is actually, I've heard worse. If
Really?
if you can believe it, dude,
Like
because,
what?
Like,
What have you heard?
I'm not
I want to
gonna
know.
tell you.
I want to know verbatim.
No.
Oh, come on.
I mean, like, no. I'm not repeating it because I have respect for myself. So anyway,
Well, these people. Let me finish my thought here. These people.
I can tell you why they said that. You want to know why they said that?
Huh?
Because when you get on Call of Duty and you get your tail kicked,
Right.
it's usually like 8-year-old kids
Sure.
on their computer.
Well, it's
in
the
their
same
basement.
with Madden.
Right.
You know,
It's
I mean, it's the same with all of them.
Some kid out there who all he does is just sit in his mom's basement with a Mountain Dew and breathe out of his mouth. Mouth breathers, right?
Mouth breathers.
Somebody out there
Well-
listening to this podcast and say, wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. What are you trying to call me?
Now, same listener sent me a story that I'm going to have to read word for word. That is almost too good not to read. I questioned him on whether it was truth. And I said, and I quote, "If this isn't true, you need to be a fiction author." Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is pretty good. Okay. So thank the listener. You know, we don't name names. You know who you are. And shit, man, people follow me on Twitter. They can figure it the fuck out. All right. When I was 11, my mom was in a car accident in a family minivan and it was totaled. While the insurance was sorting things out, they gave us some 4-door sedan for a family of 6. And the only other vehicle we had was my father's truck. So after about a month of having this sedan, my parents decided it had been too long since we went out and did something together. So tonight we're going to eat somewhere as a family. We decide on Chinese and have a good night at the restaurant. On the way back home, the configuration of the car is as follows. Pay attention because this is important. My dad is driving. My mother's in the passenger seat. My eldest brother, who is 15, behind the driver. In his lap, my youngest brother, who's 7. In the middle seat was me. And behind my mother is my older sister. She was 14. Now, as we're driving back, a joke is told. My little brother's just cracking up. He's laughing so hard he starts coughing to the point that he can't breathe and he starts having an asthma attack. So he's using his inhaler and he starts speaking through his little gasps. Mom, I think I'm going to throw up. My dad reacts instantly. There's a garbage bag underneath your feet. Find it. As you can imagine, we frantically try to find this garbage bag, but to no avail. So my mother grabs a to-go cup from the front, dumps its contents out the window and says, "Throw up in this," and hands it to my older brother. This all happens in a matter of about 30 seconds. As you can imagine, my older brother is holding this cup and my little brother starts throwing up into it to the point that it's overflowing onto my older brother, who is sitting very stone-faced and stoic, and onto me, who I'm starting to gag a little. My mom, again, reacting quickly, says, "Give me the cup," which she takes and again promptly tosses the contents out of the window. Here's the thing, though. My sister had put her head out the window so she wouldn't have to smell the throw up in the car.
Oh, God.
Now, until the day I die, I will never forget the look on my sister's face when she got back into the car and turned toward me. It was a mixture of horror and apology, half covered in my little brother's vomit. It was smeared over exactly half of her face, and it was so disgusting. In the split second she had, her eyes said to me, "I'm sorry this is happening," and she unhesitatingly vomited all over the both of us. Naturally, being covered in 2 different types of vomit and having just seen the face of a horror movie, I instantly vomit on both of us as well.
Oh, this is not true. This can't be true.
My older brother just sat there completely stoic. My mom is laughing so hard at what she's just done that she is having her own coughing fit in the front. And my dad is yelling, "What the fuck is going on back there?" He is pissed, and this just adds to the hilarity of the situation. At this point, we're on a pretty back country road, so we pull over and strip down to nothing. My brother and I are in our boxers, and my sister is in our older brother's t-shirt, the only clean piece of clothing in the back of the car, and her underwear. My dad starts the car and then says, "I can't believe this." And my mom says, "What? What's wrong?" My dad says, we're about to run out of gas. We were a pretty good way from anything. There's a real possibility we could be stranded in our current state, which just makes my mom laugh some more at the ridiculousness of it all. However, we do make it to the gas station, which affords us some pretty funny looks from strangers looking into the car at these naked children in the back. We make it home, and after we get out of out under everyone's feet, we find a trash bag.
Oh man!
Wow.
Like I
Oh,
said,
dude.
too good not to share.
That was
Wow.
the best story I've heard all week. Did you know the Mormons love to ballroom dance?
I didn't think Baptists were allowed to dance.
Brigham Young's a
No.
Mormon school.
Yeah, but you're not Mormon.
Oh, well, yeah, there is that whole joke about how Baptists don't like to dance, but I kind of broke that rule, I guess.
No, not allowed.
I guess I couldn't find in the Bible where that was a
You know,
thing.
It's like the Catholics aren't allowed to leave the altar boys alone. You know?
There's no dancing in that one.
Yeah.
That's a different type of story.
They do the no pants dance.
Oh boy. Here we go. The no pants. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
All right.
God.
All right, fellas. I shared mine, so now you got to share yours.
Man.
So it's Peter Dinklage. Here's a quote from him. They're remaking Snow White, and he found out they were, and he said, "You're progressive in one way, and you're still making that effing backwards story about 7 dwarfs living together in a cave. Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox?" I just wanted to say, Peter, it's probably not that you're not shouting loud enough. It might be that you need more than one soapbox.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
That's actually
What was
bold
that?
coming from you.
Was that too
That
much?
is.
It's actually
It is.
bold coming from you. What I would say is shut the fuck up, you short motherfucker.
Well, I actually had a second thought here. Maybe the problem isn't that we can't hear you; it's that we can't
Can't see you.
see you.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
In all seriousness,
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm
Is-
sure.
is Disney not releasing Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, giving 7 midgets a fucking job?
Mm.
Is,
Is it
that
7?
not, or are they like CGIing regular people?
Wait, is
Oh,
it
yeah.
7 or 3.5?
So bad. Now look. Okay,
Send Joe,
this is not.
UNF pod.
That's right. And I'm sure I'm going to get chewed out. It was a joke, people. If Peter Dinklage listens to our show, sorry, Peter. That was
Look here.
a terrible joke at your expense.
Look here. If these people are tuning in by now, they
don't
fucking
care.
get it.
Yeah.
They
get it.
fucking get it. If
But,
you don't get it, come on down to Jayville. Just like I say every week, I'll fucking have St. Joe come over, thump you on the fucking forehead because you're a fucking moron.
I mean, in one of my favorite Christmas films,
Elf.
Yeah.
he acts in maybe one of the funniest scenes I've seen.
Dude, he's a badass.
Yeah. Where he and the whole predicate of the scene is that he keeps, he's an elf.
Yeah.
And, granted, he gets mad about it and blah, blah, blah in the scene, but he's sitting there laughing about it. You know what I mean? Like, for him to come out and say this nonsense, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of makes me laugh a little bit. That's why there was jokes. By the way, those weren't even my jokes. I heard somebody else tell them.
And dude, the interviewer should have said, "Hey, look, Peter, don't get short with me." Why do you take 2 Baptists fishing with you? Send your answers to Beebs UNF Pod on Twitter with the hashtag Jesus is a Taurus.
Jesus. Why is he a Ford Taurus? I don't understand.
Taurus is the bull, man. Nothing
Oh.
defeats the bull.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Speaking of jokes that are terrible,
there we go.
have I
You're
ever?
about to give one- You're about to
No,
give one.
I have to ask this question because if I've already
Fucking-
told you the joke,
it's fucking intense.
I don't want to tell it if I've already said it. But have I ever told you guys about the pirate who had a steering wheel in his pants?
Yep.
Yeah, it was driving his nuts.
Okay, so I got to get into this real quick, or I'm never going to get into this. All right. So, St. Joe, I got something to tell you. And the reason I got something to tell you is because Beebs, he already knows this. All right. So, let me ask you, before I get started, let me ask you a question. If you're chilling at like 9:30 on a Saturday night and you got the TV on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got the NBC going,
Mm-hmm.
and the Olympics are on, right?
Yep. Yep.
And there might be a term used loosely, sport, on where people dance around on ice. Catch my drift?
Yep. Figure skating.
Am I the first person that comes to mind to ask if I'm watching that?
Probably not. No.
Okay,
No.
so I'm chilling, minding my own motherfucking business.
Actually, you're the exact person that comes to mind.
Right. So I'm chilling, minding my own fucking business. And I get a text on the Unfiltered podcast group text page. Okay. It's 9:30. Now, that's not uncommon for those of you out there that are listening. That's not uncommon because we bullshit all the time.
Right.
You know, it's some bullshit. If we can publish this shit, we going to jail. So I'm there. And Beebs pops up. He texts. I see it. It says the motherfucking Beebs right across the thing. That's how he is in my phone, right? It says the motherfucking Beebs, right? And he says, and I quote, hang on, I gotta find this shit. Okay. Oh, triple so camel toe.
Triple sow cow, camel toe.
And I'm like,
Yes.
seriously, I had to take a double take, and I'm like, is Beebs watching porn? Is he watching?
Was that a haiku?
Is he watching porn? You know, and so I'm like, I said, not a sport. And he's like, it's figure skate. I know it's fucking figure skating. I'm saying it's not a sport. And now, that being said, I have nothing but respect for people who figure skate. That is a skill that I will never attempt because my shit will have a bloody nose. Been out. It's like if I ever got a lightsaber, I'm gonna cut something off of me, you know, if I have a lightsaber. But I was dumbfounded. I was like, Beebs, what do you want to talk about next? Basket weaving, knitting,
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
how to mop the motherfucking kitchen.
To my
No.
credit, I didn't claim that it was a sport.
The perfect way to make a bed. Different brands of laundry detergent. What the best
my
soap opera
God.
is. Best
That's
flavor of white wine. Best brand of
awesome.
tampon. I
That's
can
awesome.
keep going. I can keep
No.
going. Anyhow, it was just odd. I would think because like if I'm asking about figure skating,
Dude,
look, man.
well, I'll stop you right here. Man, you're a douche canoe.
I deserve that. I felt that I needed, because you guys are my friends, my partners, my cohorts, that I was going to explain Valentine's Day a little better and get you guys a gift at the same time. So, St. Joe,
Oh dear God.
Yes.
remember earlier today when I said that I have an ancient Chinese secret for you?
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
Okay. Do you remember that?
This has been for hours here, St. Joe. You
Okay,
better watch
so-
out, man.
To give everyone another perspective on Valentine's Day, I've asked for a little help from someone who's a professional
You got to be
reviewer,
kidding me. I love
a
it.
man who has become a pseudo celebrity on Twitter this week, especially in the indie podcast community. Multiple, that means more than one, St. Joe, multiple podcasts have asked him to be a guest on their show, but he agreed to us first earlier today.
Oh my
He
gosh,
has
that's
agreed
awesome.
to give us 10 minutes because he has, quote, shit to do. So to give our listeners some help from his extensive knowledge in reviewing movies and podcasts, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big unfiltered welcome to, you know what? I'll just let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Hello, asshole. You guys hear me?
We hear you great.
Hello. Hey, it's Roger Wright. Roger Wright, LL, 2 L's from the Twitter. How are you people?
Fantastic.
We're good.
We're doing great.
Roger.
Thank you for joining us. I know we just got a few minutes. Hey, can we ask you some Valentine's Day questions since you're a big time reviewer?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let me ask you this. What is the best Valentine's Day movie to get the significant other in a romantic mood?
Oh, movie. You my kind of guy. Okay. So best movie, in my opinion, is the movie, the one with the lady. She go interview the guy. He in the praise, but he liked the lady. He liked the lady quite a bit. She very pretty lady. He cook her exotic meal. He very older gentleman, very polite and friendly. But he can't read where he at. I think you know the one I talk about?
No.
No, I can't think of the name. The Sirens of the Rams.
I was gonna say I was gonna say Hannibal. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
He wrecked her, yeah.
My wife, she write the part about the lotion in the basket.
Yes, he puts the lotion on his skin, or he gets the hose again.
So, Roger, speaking of your wife, real quick, what is the perfect Valentine's date?
Oh, the perfect dinner date. Probably dinner. Yeah, my wife, she write the pad thai. She write the Thai food. She
You mean like Thailand, like Bangkok?
Yeah, like Bangkok, exactly, big boy. You know, she write the bean sprout. You know, with the how you say soy sauce.
That's the Kev's favorite move. It's called the bean sprout.
Okay. I don't talk to you. I talk to the Kev. So the pad thai, yeah, she write that. She write the sesame oil and the noodle and whatnot. So perfect dinner date, probably Outback Steakhouse. Fuck that bitch. I don't really care what she like.
Love it.
So, Roger, if one doesn't have a date, what dating app should they use to find one?
Oh, dating app. See, dating app very different here. It's a lot different here. So I think the one that probably the most similar is the one with the animals.
The animals. The animals. What
is that?
Animals. The one with the animals.
Aminos. Yeah, with
animals.
The cow and the chicken.
Animal. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that
with the
like,
chicken and the cow.
Mostlyfarmers.com or something like that.
No, farmer only.
Farmersonly.com.
Like
yeah.
Farmersonly.com. Yeah.
It's very different here. And where I come from, it's just rice.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh.
So
I love it.
So, and I'm going through. I know we only got a few minutes. What is the best Valentine's Day present that you like? You like?
Oh, Valentine present. See, for Roger, it's bro job. Next question.
So, do you have a favorite Valentine's Day treat? Like a lot of women, they like chocolates and stuff. Do you have a favorite
treat? It's like a chocolate.
A what?
Yeah.
Like a chocolate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still bro job actually. Next question.
What a lot of people they say, will you be my Valentine? And will you be my Valentine and stuff like that. Is there a certain celebrity that you would want to ask to be your Valentine?
Oh, that's very easy one. That's the lady with the big rib. You know who I talk about? She very
The
very
big rip.
famous. She and the big ribs, yeah, on her face. She with big
Okay.
ribs. She you know the one in the you see the new Marvel movie? You like the Marvel movie?
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
like Scarlett Johansson.
No. No, she the lady. She played a Greek goddess lady, but her name wrong. It's like have a
An-
A at the front, but not in the
Angelina
movie.
Jolie.
Oh, Angelina Jolie. Yes, that's the lady.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
Angelina
your
Jolie.
person? All right.
Angelina Jolie. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Excellent.
Last question. We thank you for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do you prefer red lipstick or pink lipstick on women?
What?
Red lipstick or pink lipstick on women?
Red lipstick or pink lipstick? This is a silly question, Dickhead. It's all the same when the lights go off.
Oh man, that's what I call coming on strong right there. That's
Yep.
5 dragons.
Yep.
That's 5
That's-
dragons.
Yep. I give those answers.
Yep, 5
Five
dragons.
dragons.
That's good. I grad. Hey, asshole! When you give me my money?
What?
Well, you tell me. I get $500 if I do.
Wait,
interview
hey,
with
you're
you,
breaking
asshole.
up. You're breaking
That's-
up real quick. You're breaking.
No, you say
okay, you're breaking up.
500. God,
Oh, that's enough of Roger there, and we want to thank Roger Wright for coming on with us. And again, you can find him at Roger Wright somewhere on Twitter. I don't know. How did you name your podcast? Because we I don't want to get the cat out of the bag, but there's a theory out there. I'm not going to say it's my theory. I'm just going to say there's a theory out there of how, and I'm just curious how you named your podcast.
Something tells me your theory is way better than the truth. I mean, it really I would love your theory, and then maybe I can use it as my own reason, because really those were flowers. The picture is one I took. It was flowers that I had gotten for something, and I took the picture, and my oldest actually helped me name it, just because I wanted something with the word support, but I didn't want to I didn't want anyone to think that like this is mom advice for parents. I wanted to be able to go a lot broader with it, because the advice I give, like my kids, obviously they're not parents, so it wouldn't work. So I was kind of wanting something with support, but I had no clue. So that's my oldest. He came up with that name. But I want to hear, what is the theory? Is it a good one?
Yeah, I think that's bullshit. I don't think you should use that anymore.
Okay, see, I told you I need a better story. I mean, did it come to me in a dream? I mean, give me something good here.
Saint Joe is fixing to give you the better story.
I want to hear it. Okay.
I have really seriously been thinking about it, and my theory,
overthinking about it.
Oh, probably true. Probably overthinking about it. So, first off, let me ask you: do you have any pictures of Georgia O'Keeffe in your house? Do you know who Georgia O'Keeffe is?
No, I do not. No, I mean, I know I don't have any pictures. No.
Okay, but do you know? Are you familiar with her work?
When you said the name, it popped in my head, and I have my phone. So do you want me to look it up?
No.
That you're going to describe.
So
okay, I'd love to hear. Yes.
She's a very famous artist who is a flower was her niche, and they were famous for looking like a particular female organ.
So you guys went that way with it.
So what I was thinking,
how does that not?
Yeah, I could going that way.
I could. I'm not surprised. Okay.
Yeah. So what I was thinking, and when you said petals of support, you took the picture of a flower, which then brings you back into the natural mothering, nurturing into the support of your where you came from,
Bosom.
and because you give such good motherly advice, you're
Womb.
bringing yourself closer, really, to the
Embrace.
and not necessarily the embrace, but you're just, really becoming in touch with that ethereal feeling that one would get when he or she would become closer with their mother.
Okay, for the people out there right now that were like, what the fuck is St. Joe talking about? Okay, let me translate this for everyone. Okay, for the common man out there. Georgia O'Keeffe painted pictures that looked like a vagina. Okay, I'm just I'm just keeping it real there. I didn't mean to interrupt anybody, but I was just like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, very supportive, but I'm just curious, and I was thinking way into it. But anyway, speaking of vaginas, let's go into my cup of joe. I wanted to talk about Valentine's Day.
That was the best lead into
It
the Cup of
worked.
Joe ever.
It really was. It really was.
Since we're talking about forgiveness and things that are hard to do and all that, some might say that I have a character flaw when it comes to vengeance, that I have a tendency to go from 0 to 100 really quick. And that is elevated before I get my fucking coffee in the morning. So
That's true.
last Friday, I'm a Dunkin' guy. Okay. I'm a Dunkin' Donuts guy. Now, there are Dunkin' people and there are Starbucks people. The people who are Starbucks people, there's a name for them. It's called fucking morons. So, so I'm in the line at Dunkin', and I continue to be in the line at Dunkin'. And 10 minutes goes by and I haven't moved. I put my car in park. Now, anybody who's ever been in a car with me knows that I don't like to put my car in park when I'm in a fucking drive-thru. There's a whole YouTube channel of drive-thru reviews with Keb that you can watch. And every time I put my car in park, automatic F. All right. So I'm in there and I'm looking at the people that already have their coffee. And St. Joe, what is my weapon of choice? Walking Dead.
Oh, Lucille.
Yes. I'm wondering what they would look like when I beat them in the head with Lucille from The Walking Dead. You don't know what that is, Mama D. That's a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
Oh, Walking Dead. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I still have moments about Glenn. So, I mean, I understand.
That
Don't
was
even,
awful.
yeah.
So
That was
I'm trying to
horrible.
turn these people who already have their cup of coffee into Glenn. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So, so I'm looking there. And so what do? I channel my anger towards Twitter, which usually is the number one place I go to, because somebody will either tell me, hey, they get it, Duncan sucks, or you're being stupid. So I put on there something to the effect, I don't have it up right now, something to the effect of I'm right there with Thanos. Now, for those of you that have been living under a rock and don't know who the fuck Thanos is, he wanted to eliminate half of the population of the universe, which, to tell you the truth, every day it goes by doesn't really sound like that bad of an idea. So I'm on there, I say my piece, I put it down, and my thing vibrates. And it's Mama D here going, all she puts is a picture. It says, make good choices.
That's funny.
And I laughed. So there are people that are alive today because of Mama D and saying, maybe you shouldn't start your serial killer or mass murderer career today.
All right. here's mine, given to me a while back by a very wise person.
Was he a priest?
My wife.
Oh, okay.
Yep. She's much smarter than I am and will always be. It is when the tides of life get you down and the current upsets your boat. Don't dwell on what might have been. Just lay on your back and float.
What is this, a fucking Garth Brooks song? Give me a fucking break.
Nope. That's it right there, fellas. That's it.
Hey, I liked that mantra, dude.
It is.
Kev,
It
you can
kind of wraps it all up in one nice little ball.
All right, St. Joe. Here you go. Kev can go. No, you're not going to finish the sentence.
Well, I mean, you were talking about eating fish. I mean,
Yeah.
it's right there.
Yeah.
So here's another. I'm moving on. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's one
Are you
way to
really?
get Beeps to move on, and that's like bring up some sex jokes and shit. He'll turn all kinds of shades of red.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't really. Yeah. Anyway,
Maybe you're not doing it right.
or maybe I'm doing it so well I just don't want to tell you guys the secrets.
Could be. Could
Anyway,
be. I was speaking in tongues.
As
Well, today's Fat Tuesday, guys.
Who you calling fat?
You.
Thanks. That's
Did you eat pancakes today? Low fat, hopefully.
No, but it is International Pancake Day.
Right, because it's pancakes. It's like it's John Calvin when he went to the theses and delivered the tablets to Abraham. He brought him pancakes with maple syrup from the truckers in Canada.
No, he had a short stack. That's why.
Ooh, that was snappy right there, dude.
No, really, I eat because I'm sad, and I'm sad because I eat. So it's like,
I don't know if I started drinking because my wife left me, or if my wife left me because I started drinking.
I picked a bad week to stop sniffing glue.
Anyway, so dude's walking through the woods, right? He's a Czechoslovakian fellow. That's important. You got to remember that. So he's a Czechoslovakian fellow, and he's walking through the woods, and he gets attacked and eaten by a bear. And his family sees the wreckage essentially of where he died, and calls the authorities. And the authorities come out and they capture all the bears in the area. And they found 3 bears. They found 2 female bears and 1 male bear. And they bring in their investigator, and the investigator is like, you said he was Czechoslovakian? Yeah. And they're like, well, which one do you want us to, kill and open up and get him out or whatever? And he's like, oh, he's in the male. He's in the male bear. You can let the other ones go. So they cut open the male bear and they find the Czechoslovakian fellow in there. And they're like, well, how did you know that? Oh, it's easy. Aren't you guys familiar with the old term, the Czech is in the male?
Well, is that what James Bond's gun's called?
No, he probably had like a brute. I don't know what James Bond.
Golden
Well, he's got a
Eagle sounds
Walther.
like that shit that you were supposed to drink when you smoked too much weed to get it out of your system. What was that shit called? Gold. Is golden something?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I don't know.
know.
I thought you were supposed to use the Wizinator.
The Wizinator.
Remember that?
Beebs,
Who
do you
got
know what a
caught with- who got
Wizinator
caught
is?
with that? Who got
No,
caught
but I
with
get the
that?
feeling I could figure it out.
Basically, it's a fake dick that you can put somebody else's piss in You know, so if you get surprise drug tested, so you got to wear this fucking strap on all day. He's got
So
a
let me
bag
ask
of
you.
fucking piss that if someone
So
bumps
let me ask
into you,
this. If someone bumps into you, it just goes everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
The
have you
Whizzinator.
ever needed one of those?
No, I've
Look,
never even seen.
If I
one.
ever, Kev, if I ever had caught you with 2 wieners,
yeah,
Oh
Well,
just
man.
carrying it around,
Dude.
we would have a discussion.
a
That leads
discussion.
me to the cup of Joe.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
sweet
it's
segue.
only a fucking half hour into this motherfucker.
Funny you should mention 2 wieners.
You know, that sound that you heard about 15 minutes ago is people fucking going to find another fucking podcast to listen to.
Click, 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 click.
The most important thing I'd like to learn is you got any good dad jokes?
Oh my
I
God.
knew that was gonna happen. I knew it.
He did that just for me.
I
knew
did.
it.
That's right.
I'll tell you.
He does. He does, guys. I'm telling you right now.
So this one's my favorite. I don't know who to give credit to. I heard it from somebody, but why did little Johnny drop his ice cream cone?
I'm a little worried about
Because he got hit by a bus.
No, I'm glad I asked. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. Oh
He's
my
gonna
son.
tell that,
Gosh.
Jeremy.
My
He's gonna
son.
tell that for at least the next 6 weeks.
Wow.
My son will take that to school and it will kill. I mean, like,
Man. See, Beebs, yeah, I was going to tell you a new one too. Is that I don't know all 20. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet, but I don't know why.
This goes for life, but it caught on in comedy. As soon as you stop caring what everyone else thinks of you, you're gonna crush it.
Mhm.
boy, he sounds like the kid.
You know, I am so happy to hear you say that. I tried for years to entertain an audience. And when I tell people all the time, when I stopped doing that and started doing what was funny to me, you know, and telling that, because I believed it, you know, and you could come off, when you come off more genuine, like you do in your special, when you come off genuine, it's because you believe it. And when I stopped trying to entertain everybody else, and quite frankly, entertain myself, you know, the world opened up.
Yep.
See, I think there's a huge lesson there. Like, if everybody thought that way, things would probably be a lot different in our world at the moment. But I think that's probably a healthy way of thinking is like this whole mindset of caring what everybody else thinks can really ruin you inside and outside of comedy, right? But like your whole world can change based on how much you worry about what other people think, what other people think, even though, you know, like say in comedy, you know, you're doing the right thing, Kev, for you or for you, Jeremy, you know, like I'm not really a comic. I tell dad jokes from time to time, but I know in my life, if I spend too much time caring what other people think, I get really stressed out, bogged down, and it's a waste of my time, right? It's a waste of your time. And to get past that is kind of this freeing thing, right? Right. And I think that's what I hear you guys saying is like, it's a freeing thing, and you know, you're doing what's right for you, and you're able to look at the world through a lens where it just makes a lot more sense.
And those people, and I apologize in advance, but I have some fans out there that are waiting for this. Those people can go fuck themselves.
Yes. That's
Hashtag.
Kev's tagline. So, he's got to get it in at least once a show.
I read this twice and still have a hard time believing that it's true, but it is goddamn entertaining. And so
Excellent.
for that reason and that reason alone, we reading it. Okay.
Nice.
So bear with me here. This is it's not lengthy, but it's not short either. Okay. So thank you, listener, for sending this in. It was quite entertaining. You made me chuckle. All right, here it goes. Here's my story. It is 100% entirely true. On a cold Valentine's Day in 2011, my girlfriend and I wanted to go and see a movie. I had my license, but I did not have a vehicle. She had a vehicle, but no license. Her parents let me take her car for the first time ever. We were driving along the highway and everything was going fine. It was a little bit snowy, and I had to get accustomed to her Chevy Impala, but overall it was smooth. We had the GPS up on the front dash, so we knew where to go. We were both pretty inexperienced drivers. That's where I'm saying it dates this person. We arrived at the movie theater. Some 20 minutes later, neither of us can remember the movie that we were going to see to this day, though. When we arrived, we parked in the front where everyone else parks. So I'm gathering it's a drive-through or
Must
a
be.
drive-in,
Yeah. Yep.
where everyone else parks. We were an hour early somehow for the movie that we wanted to see. So with us being young and horny kids, we started to make out. Things were getting pretty hot and heavy in the front seat. So being the classy gentleman that I was back then, apparently he's not anymore, I suggested that we take things to the back seat. She wasn't for it. There were vehicles around and people could come out and see us at any time. She was right, of course, but I was trying to figure out ways around this because at that point, I was very horny. I suggested we pull to the back of the theater, check for cameras and other vehicles, and proceed from there. I pulled into a parking spot very slowly and inched the vehicle up until I could feel that I hit the snowbank. Apparently, that's a thing. I had to ask my wife. The snowbank that was pushed to the side. It was snow. No big deal, right? We moved to the back seat and things were getting really heated. After about 15 minutes, my pants were down and her top was off, and it was a good time. I was sitting behind the passenger seat. She was behind the driver's seat. She was about to perform a sexual act on me, one that doesn't warrant an explanation, I don't think. To this, I had to move to the middle seat while she was positioned behind the driver's seat. This move right here literally saved my life, my manhood, and both of us total humiliation in the eyes of the Lord, our family, our friends, the police, and the general public. No less than 5 seconds before she would have started blessing me with that certain act, I heard an odd sound. The best way to describe this sound was that the camera from the Saw movie makes when it takes a picture. That alone freaked me out right there. What came next, I will never, ever forget. Our world exploded. We heard a loud boom. The airbags deployed, the front windshield was cracked, and the dashboard was broken, and we were both terrified. We were doing things we probably shouldn't have been doing in the first place, definitely not at that time or setting. We were both minors. My pants were on my ankles, and her top was off. We were scared. She was panicked in the time of a disaster. I could see that. So I took charge of the situation. I told her to get out, get dressed, and stand far away from the vehicle. The car looked like it was smoking, which I assumed meant fire. So I wanted to get her as far away as possible. I grabbed our stuff, purses, clothing, sweaters, bag of snacks to smuggle into the theater. The nice lady on the OnStar was pounding me with a ton of questions. Were you in a collision? Where are you? Is everyone okay? Etc. I answered that the best I could, but remember, I thought the car was on fire. I later found out that it's powder from the airbags. So I just wanted as far away from there as possible. My first thought was that a satellite had hit the hood of the car. I had no clue what happened. I just wanted to be at home in my bed at that point. I vaguely remember OnStar asking if we needed an ambulance. I said no, and she also mentioned that the police would be there shortly. Awesome. Now I had to make this look like two kids weren't just in the back seat getting freaky while the airbags exploded for no reason. The cops showed up pretty quick. I could hear their sirens. I tried to look casual, calm, and collected. Inside, I was just starting to piece everything together. They asked me details of what happened, where we were. I said the front seat, and some other minor details. I told him my theory about the sensor. He seemed to agree with me. He didn't have to make a report for this because it wasn't an accident involving another party or property damage other than our own, which is pretty lucky of us. As he started to leave, though, he said, "You two are very lucky that you weren't injured, that you were uninjured by the airbags. Usually people get abrasions on their hands, face, arms, sometimes even broken fingers or nose. But you two were really lucky." And then he winked at me and walked off. What a badass cop. The other cop directed it is to the back of the police SUV where he got our contact information, a blanket. It was really cold, and some other questions about ourselves to calm us down. In the meantime, I called both of our parents, explained what happened, not what really happened, though. Here are the events in order how I look at them now. When I parked, I hit the snowbank, not hard, but enough for a faulty sensor to think that I got into an accident. 15 minutes later, 10 seconds before all hell broke loose, I was sitting where the GPS landed after being exploded from the dashboard. It would have hit me directly in the face and most likely would have killed me. Literally, as her head was going down to perform, the sound went off, alerting us what had happened a few seconds after. I might have lost a piece of myself. A small piece, no doubt, but albeit an important one nonetheless. Think about it. What is the basic human response to being scared? Yep. I have no idea, but I'm going to assume that is something to do with biting down hard and locking your jaw. Her mom was upset, more so because she was stressed about it. I think my mom was worried, but was happy that we were okay. A family friend of her father's, a cop, pretty much came to the conclusion that the other officers did, that we were really lucky. Something about the smirk on my face told me that when we weren't fooling anyone about what happened, but nobody came out and said, "Hey, you weren't in the front seat," which was cool of them if they really knew. After this incident, I believe in fate, not religion, but fate, as in things happen for a reason or don't happen for a reason. For that, I'm thankful. We are still together, happily, and look back on this situation and had learned a great deal about this. But this was a Valentine's Day that we will never forget as long as we live.
Oh, all right. So my number one is the home of the undisputed best chicken sandwich in the world.
It's disputed. It is way disputed.
The best service in town, the one and only Holy Chicken Chick-fil-A.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, Zaxby's way fucking better service.
Oh, Zaxby's. I totally forgot about Zaxby's.
You know, yeah, dude, Zaxby, man, go fuck yourself with your fucking God's chicken. You know what I'm saying? Their spicy chicken sandwich is not spicy, so that's false advertising right there.
First of all, it's the spicy chicken club with pepper jack cheese and bacon.
Yeah.
And it's real bacon. And you don't get that on no Wendy's chicken sandwich.
You could get motherfucking anything you want on Wendy's chicken sandwich, and they're fucking nice to you.
You can get
they don't sit there and be like, have you accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior? While you're in the fucking drive-through.
Never have you been close to something that big?
Oh, jeez. No, I haven't. Have you?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Every day, right?
I mean, if it was bigger than a baby's arm.
Jeez.
When you're at the urinal and the guy next to you is like, "Man, this water's cold," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's deep too."
That's terrible. That's great though.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's
that was pretty
funny.
Good.
Everybody knows out there that I'm the host of a podcast called Stupid History Minute. I love history.
Yeah.
I know a lot about history, especially stupid history. And everybody knows if you listen to this podcast a time or two, that I, during my day job, work with a gentleman who is about neurotic as I've ever seen. He is neurotic as fuck. He is a fucking piece of fucking work, and that's me calling somebody else that. So when he told me today that he was filling out and building a Tinder profile, my head turned. I said, "What?"
Oh.
And he says, "Yeah." And he says, "I actually matched with somebody on Tinder." And I'm like, "Oh, I feel sorry for that person." And I said, "Well, are you gonna meet her?" He's like, "I just don't know how this works." And he goes, "She's a little different. She's kind of religious." And I'm like, "Is she Catholic?" And he's like, "No, she's Jewish." And I said, "Well, what's wrong with that?" And he's like, "I just don't know how to like contact her or how to ask her for a number." And I said, "Well, what you do is you ask her to raise her sleeve, and there's her number right there."
Oh my gosh.
And he looked at me and he's like, "That's wrong." I said, "That's a World War II joke." Right
Oh my gosh,
That's a history
terrible.
joke. It's a history joke. Okay.
Yeah, it's a history joke.
Now,
You know, I'm not saying, I'm not condoning Nazism, I'm not condoning the Holocaust or anything like that. And trust me, there are people out there who have way worse jokes than that. And if that joke offends you, you have my fucking permission to go fuck yourself. I was talking it over with a soon-to-be world-famous wife, and I've come up with a list of things that you probably shouldn't say to women.
boy, this is going to be good. I'm looking forward to this.
Not good. Not
This is
good.
not going to end well.
Number one is you probably, when your woman, your wife, significant other, she says that she's going to take care of something, you probably don't want to say, "Are you sure you can handle that?" You know, I say this all the time for, and women comedians really love it when you say this to them. "You're really funny for a girl." You know, they really say it. This now, this one, my dad said this. You know, and there is no fucking way I would ever say this in a serious manner to the soon-to-be world-famous wife, because I would be missing some teeth. You know, she would jack me in the jaw. Wow. You know, if a woman gets, a little uppity, gets a little excited, you say, "Wow, you really need to calm your tits."
Wow.
You don't want to do that. Coincidentally, I just heard the TV in the other room go down, so I think we're being listened to. Coincidentally. Number 4. And if you say this to your wife, I wouldn't want to be in your house. You know, I mean, people get upset about things. You know, some people get more upset than others about things, and some people get upset about trivial things, and some people get upset about big things. But there's no reason to ever say to a woman, "Okay, there's no reason to start crying about this right now." All right. You know, especially in that manner.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah. In the same fashion, you don't want to say to your woman, "Will you stop being so fucking dramatic?" You know? And to couple that,
We're going to get hate mail.
never,
We're going to get hate mail.
never say, "Is it that time of the month already?"
Omaha.
And to a couple of our women friends out there that like to, speak with people on Twitter, block some people for saying, doing the Lord's work.
I wouldn't call it that, but that's all right.
You might not want to say to them, "Are you like a feminist? Does that mean you hate all men?" By the way, I'm putting that on Twitter right after this.
That is a requirement now.
They don't like to be told, girls don't like that. This one is really funny. And I say it to a couple of people. You aren't looking to get married? That's intense. But wait, are your parents okay with that? Now, let's just take my neurotic coworker, okay? I will pay him money to go on a third Tinder date and say this to the woman that he's with. What do you mean you don't know how to cook?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's one you shouldn't.
In the same fashion, it's got nothing to do with the fact that you're a woman. I just really don't trust your driving skills.
You take a look at those fingers and you imagine, one of those size of those fingers, you would cut one of those off, right? And then you would shove one in your ass. Right?
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
Beebs all of a sudden is like, what?
Are we talking about going to the doctor, or are we talking about a fun night out?
little bit of both.
Does the finger vibrate?
Well, no.
Okay.
Depends on
just
how hard you shit the midget.
Well, Now, our friend Jay over at the Two Penny Podcast will appreciate this. Panama City Beach is a great place for whale watching. Great place. I did not know this. I did not know it. And since he was caught on the size of a whale's dick on his podcast, it is a great place for whale watching. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant there is a shit ton of fat people on that. And I did not know that was cool to be fat right now.
This was the one that I had trouble holding it together because I had to read it out loud. I'm going to try to get through it without laughing.
Okay.
But you guys know it's usually the very stupid shit that makes me laugh uncontrollably. And this is stupid shit. If we were old format where I was just picking the winner, hands down, this is the winner. I mean, the dick in it one's pretty fucking good, but this one is stupid and funny. All right, I'm gonna try keep a straight face. If your boyfriend died and his family ain't put you in his bitch you worried. Would you be mad? First reply. I almost had a stroke trying to read this. Child, did you mean obituary?
Oh, jeez.
To read that one more time. If your boyfriend died and his family ain't put you in his a bitch you worried, would you be mad?
Oh, bitch, you worried.
It's in the name.
Obituary.
It's in the word.
Wow.
A bitch you worried.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we've got a few people in it. Pedals of Support, who is always a great podcast to listen to. Great person, Mama D. The Two Penny Podcast, up and coming podcast on the rise.
Well, he's not even up and coming. He was in the top 7, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, the algorithm is helping.
Yeah.
And but it's Beeb's buddy Jay, which is good, and steals all of our ideas. So what you heard here, you'll hear again on Friday. Because he can't come up with a podcast of his own, so that's good.
That's
but
hey, Jay, that's St. Joe UNF pod.
Shots fired
no,
across
it's all
the
good.
bow.
It's all good. He
Dude. I talk shit. I let something slip. I didn't even know that I said it, but it might have been like a fourth disparaging towards him, because I can't even remember what I said. I said his sorry ass or something like that. Dude, motherfucker texts me next motherfucking day. He's like, my sorry ass, like that. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah. No, okay, so I'm sorry, Jay.
You're gonna get hit up big time.
Well, you won't hear about pastafarism. You'll hear about Rastafariism. So it's not that far close. So something like that, and you'll hear things that won't annoy Jay, but you'll hear things that Jay likes, and then you'll hear about whale dicks because he can't get off of that because he loves whale dicks again. So something like that, and then. Something
gosh,
about,
dude.
what's just,
I can hear it.
yeah.
What's your problem, St. Joe? What's your problem, man?
Dude, I so want you to be his next guest. Mano a mano.
Yep. You're
going to
have
that's must listen podcasting right there.
Let me see if you can send me a picture of your boob. Why don't you send me a picture of your left ball, because I can tell you which one that is too. Yeah. But wait, I just gave him like 30 minutes of content right there, and then wait, did you hear about the flatworm that fucked another flatworm? Oh, geez, let me listen to this, and I'm gonna fart in a jar and sell this. Jeez,
dude, I thought that was a pretty good story.
Dude, if I were him, I would listen to this segment again and write all that shit down and do it like verbatim in the fucking order.
Yeah.
That
was the last
and at the end it'd be like, oh, and this is brought to you by St. Joe. And then,
that was last week's episode. So that was a quick recap. If you haven't listened to it, listen to last week's episode, because I just gave you like the whole episode in 30 seconds. Wait, I'll rewind it for you. Farts in a jar, flatworms fucking each other, whale dicks, same shit that we just talked about. So, show me a picture of your boobs, and this week I want a picture of your left ball. And then, here we go. By the way, Mama D, I love you. Pedals of Support. Circle jerk. Oh, Jay, I love you, buddy. So anyway, back to the Spotlight
Joe,
Cartel.
You are such a dick, man. Oh, my God.
What an asshole. My God, I can't believe that, dude. Man, he's going to
Jim Gaffigan's out there like, why didn't he stop talking?
He's going to light me up.
Because if you can't laugh at yourself, then you have no fucking sense of humor, and you can say, Joe, wait for it, go fuck yourself. And
exactly.
Sorry, I get $100 every time I say that. So
you're making a lot more money than we are on these podcasts.
Dude, I'm cleaning up tonight, right? And every time I get $175 every time I make fun of you because you're Catholic. And but what all do you collect?
It's a touchy subject when you get to talk about Joe and his Catholic upbringing. It's very touchy there. I collect.
Wow, I'm using that.
She's had a couple tonight. The glory hole, and aren't you Catholic? That was a pretty good one too.
It was touchy. That's going on Twitter right the fuck now.
This is the perfect spot for it, Kev.
I
don't think you've told the story about what your mom said.
Refresh my memory.
Yeah, when your mom listened to the episode.
Oh yeah. We
Wait,
don't want to do that.
Which
Yeah,
episode?
we do.
No, we don't want to do that. Yeah, we don't
Oh
want to
man,
do that.
now, can
I'm
you
not
tell me
prepared
later
for that.
because
Oh yeah.
because I really want to know now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
So one of
Okay.
the
Thanks, dickhead.
one of the
Now
other
your sister's gonna say, "All right, great, way to go, way to go."
Clean it up, Cab. Clean it up. You know, I raised you better than that. Clean it up. I don't understand why you're just sitting there talking to hookers and telling people to go fuck themselves. Clean it up. I raised you better than that.
That's more or less what I was.
Why is St. Joe talking about Martika?
Why do you always talk about hookers? And who is Martika? And who is Uncle Jamie?
Mom, I think it's Jaime. Yeah.
That St. Joe seems
Why
like
are
a
you
nice.
talking about? Why are you talking about young women? You're a married man.
That St. Joe seems like a nice young Catholic boy. Why is he gonna be like that?
First, I want to address something. As we told everyone last week, Beebs is moving on to bigger and better things. You're still going to be around, guys, just not every week like in the past. So St. Joe and I conversed about it and spoke with Beebs about it, and there was really only one name that just kept coming up. And so I called him, and because St. Joe was too scared to, and just kidding, and talked to them about it, and he agreed to come on. We are very, very excited to have him, and everybody listening should be as well. This person is a former guest of the show. This person has been a DJ in some pretty interesting places. Hopefully we'll get to learn about some of those. He loves gaming. He loves his daughter and a nice glass of scotch. What movie? He is the host of the Two Penny Podcast, which can be heard every Friday, and which he will still continue to do. And as I said with Beebs, and as I said with St. Joe, you will give him the same amount of disrespect as you give us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big unfiltered welcome to Jay Jones.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Kevs, Beeb is not here. I'm a little sad because I love that guy, but I'm happy to be here with you and St. Joe. Extremely happy, excited. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, it's going to be a
Welcome
blast. It's going to be a blast.
Don't think for a minute that I haven't forgotten about a few episodes ago with that fucking St. Joe. I know. I'm not letting it go.
Whatever do you
I ain't
mean?
letting it. Exactly. Don't worry. There'll be tidbits and fun twits for everyone forever.
The moon was full and the night was cool. And
Say, Joe, I don't think anybody's ever.
About.
I don't think anybody's ever going to let you live that shit down. You know, I
can't
still
tell
get
you.
text messages from people who are fucking listening to it going, what the fuck?
I had so many people text message me too. They were like, is this a publicity stunt? Or is this, did you piss off St. Joe? And I'm like, I've never talked to the motherfucker outside of his podcast or done nothing. I'll be like, man, I love those guys. I promote them all the time. And guess what? You know what? I still do. And I always will.
Beebs is like, you just pissed off the super fan. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
But Elon Musk and all these other famous uber rich guys that could have anybody they want to. They could have, St. Joe, they could have any little boy they wanted, just like you. And it's totally, but what I'm saying is, how good does it have to be to put up with a woman who takes a shit in your bed? And hey, you're just like, well, she acts out. acts out. This chick is fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she seems
it's
a little
totally
little off the
rational
rocker.
behavior. Me neither.
No.
And I see pictures of these teachers that are getting busted for this, and I'm like, what are you doing? Call me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I realize little Johnny may be, a stud for Pound
Not
Town.
good.
Really? What does your shirt say?
Not good. Not good.
Why?
No, I'm
is-
getting ready. I'm getting ready
Is that
for
your
my
Catholic?
I'm
Is that
getting
your
ready,
Catholic
ready for
outfit?
my
Pound
second.
Town. Jesus Christ! Established
Getting ready for
1414. It is a
mine.
Catholic fucker shirt.
Mine.
All right, everybody. My next guest needs no introduction. He's been a previous guest on this program, and you know what? Just like last time, I'm just going to let him introduce himself.
Oh, hello, asshole.
fucking way.
Glad to be back. It's a me, Roger Wright, LL. How you doing, Mr. the Cab?
Kev's fine, and I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I good. How the Bieber guy and the Catholic?
Well, the Catholic is still Catholic, and the Bieber guy, well, he's on to bigger and better things.
Oh, I see. Also, like the touchy subject.
No, not really a touchy subject. We wish him well, and but he's we got a new guy named Jay. He's on here tonight.
Oh, exciting. No, I mean the Catholic is a touchy subject.
Oh yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah. The Catholic is a touchy subject. You've been listening to the show.
Oh, I pay attention to you, Mr. the Cab. I keep my tab. I pay attention to you.
The Kev is fine.
Yeah, Mr. the Cab. That's why I say, hey, so Mr. the Cab, I only charge you like $500. You need fare in. I fare in all the time for Mr. the Bieber.
We appreciate that. We can talk about that another time.
Oh, okay.
But I do appreciate you coming on with us. I do have some questions for you if you have a second.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why I say you call me, asshole.
The question on everybody's mind, it's been a long time, Roger. And we
Okay.
last had you on in February, right before Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question, did you ever get to Outback Steakhouse?
Oh yes, yeah. I go to Outback Steakhouse. It's very delicious. It's actually the Valentine Day, one of my favorite holiday, because every time I go to the Outback Steakhouse, I get the same thing on the menu. It's the prime rib. You know the prime rib?
I do know the prime rib, yes.
You know the one? Yeah, and then a big stroppy bro job from the right.
Okay, I asked for that. Hold that thought. I got another question about that later. But what's on everybody's mind out there is that it seems that you were very popular on Twitter, and then you
The
just
tweeter, yes.
and then you just disappeared. Where the hell did you go?
So Roger no have superpower. I no disappear. I take little vacation. I go work in small America sweatshop to pay for new keyboard and the internet.
Did you get a new keyboard?
No. I have gambling problem. So no, no keyboard for Roger. No. But yeah, so the sweatshop they make the how you call the PP balloon for the America people.
The what?
The PP balloon. You know the condoms?
The condom?
The PP balloon. For your PP?
The condoms.
Yeah, the condoms. Yeah, that's what I say. I make the part-time job. The piggity pop can't stop. Nobody want no more baby.
Okay.
I try help the people.
Well, speaking of that, you haven't been sick, have you? I mean, did you have COVID?
Why you think I sick with the COVID? Is that because I Chinese? What the heck? That's a bullshit, Kim. Next question.
I wasn't saying it because you're a child. Okay.
That's no bullshit.
Okay. Well, I'd like to get back to ask you some questions about pop culture and current events.
Okay, that's some of my favorite. Yeah. Okay.
Oh shit. Have you seen any good movies lately?
No. No movie, right. I watched that the TV show on the HBO, the with the John Cena guy. You know what I talk about? With the pet eagle?
The Peacemaker?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, he funny because he good guy but bad guy. He kill people but for peace. Kind of confusing, but I watch whole show. I give 4 dragon.
4 dragons. Why not
4
5?
dragon. Because I confuse whole time because he kill people but he for peace. I know really understand the whole concept, but 4 dragon is better than no dragon.
That is correct. That is correct. I don't know what the hell you do during the day, but do you drive a lot? I mean, gas prices are pretty high. What do you make of all that?
Well, you see, Mr. the Keb, I used to drive.
Keb is fine.
Oh, yeah, that's what I say, Mr. the Keb. Why you interrupt me? What the hell? I have bike now. I don't drive no more. I get rid of my car. Yeah, I can't afford a keyboard, and the gasoline is so expensive. Plus, remember I tell you I have a gambling addiction. I lost my car in big game of poker. It's not good. But anyway, so the gasoline so expensive. Like, what the hell people supposed to do? Like, it's a whole $5 a gallon.
It is, and that's a lot in China, right?
What? Why you think I'm in China? What the hell? I mean, what? Mr. the Keb, what you like redneck people like you with the big truck? What they supposed to do? They supposed to push?
Yeah. I
you
guess.
just push your big truck?
I don't have a big truck, but okay.
Oh.
Well, turn it on. What about the war? Yeah, do you think it had anything to do with things getting expensive or?
The war, oh yes. Which war? What's going? Oh, with the Russia and the not Russia, little Russia people. Yeah. So, with the expensive, I don't know. Maybe have something to do with the prices of everything. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they're the Russia, the not Russia place is Ukraine. Pretty sure.
That one. Yeah, the one. The blue and raro.
The blue and yellow. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, yeah. Well, I think there's some silver lining that come from all that war over there.
Silver lining.
Silver lining. That's what I say. What the hell? No, but so nobody hate China no more. Everybody angry at Russia. It's kind of nice.
Well, China did start a global pandemic, but
no, it's the sheeping. It's not China. It's the sheeping.
The sheeping.
The sheeping, yes, with the boat.
With the bull.
No, the boat. It's
the
like
boat.
The big boat for the sheeping container.
Shipping. Oh, okay.
Shipping, yes. What the hell?
Okay. Summer's coming up. Are you a sports fan?
Sports. I watch the people on the trampoline. Does that count?
Dong.
The people on the trampoline, like
the one time every 4 years.
Yeah, the Olympics.
The summertime Olympic.
Your countryman, Dong Dong.
That's my boy, Mr. Dong Dong. That's my boy.
My boy.
So, with summer coming up. Sorry, with the Dong Dong. With summer
that's
coming
okay.
up.
I like the Dong Dong.
You like the Dong Dong.
I love the Dong Dong. He's the greatest.
That's what she said.
He like a jump trampolinist.
That's a shout out to Beebs there. What do you think is the best vacation for a family this summer?
Oh, vacation. Like with the wife and the little people?
The children, yes.
Yeah. Well, so you see, my wife, she like pretty much anything that's, how you say, expensive as hell. She like to spend a shitload of money, but she big fan of like the beaches down there in like Florida. You know what I talk about?
I do.
The
I live in
the
Florida.
Oh yes, yeah. They have the beach down there. So it's best vacation for me. Probably I buy that bitch plane ticket and she leave me for a week. That's my
good,
favorite
huh?
vacation. Oh yeah, say bye bye, Rady. You have fun at the beach. Bye
And
bye, Rady.
she's gonna take the kids too.
I don't give a fuck as long as she go away.
So, did you get her anything for Mother's Day, man?
Did I get her anything for Mother's Day? I read her Riv. What do you mean? I buy her house. I buy her food. She still arrive. She have good life. She doing fine. She don't need more present.
Does she work?
You buy your wife things for days? You crazy. Does she work? She work on driving me motherfucking crazy.
By the way, the
Hold on,
soon-to-be
God,
world-famous wife wanted me to tell you hello.
Oh, hello, Rady. How you do?
She does fine.
She do good? Oh, okay.
And
She
I got
work?
her
Your
something
lady,
for
she work?
Mother's Day. Huh?
Oh, yes?
Yeah, my lady, she works, yes.
Yeah, where she work?
She is a teacher
Oh, for the little people.
for the little people. Now, you say little people, and a lot of people might be construed of what you're talking about. You're saying
Oh,
little
no.
people. I think you're meaning children and not St. Joe's favorite midgets.
Oh, no, what the hell? No, little people, just regular people, just small.
Midgets.
No, like the children.
Oh, okay.
Like the people that work in the sweatshop in China, making a shoe. The little people. What the hell?
So we always seem to talking to you around these bullshit holidays like Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and
Right.
and all this good stuff. But Father's Day is coming up, and what are you looking forward to this Father's Day? I have a feeling about your answer, but I want to hear you say it.
No, this one different actually. Believe it or not, it's a little bit different.
Okay.
So actually every year on Father Day, I get one of my favorite present. It's very special to me. My wife, she spent all year prepping for what she's very good at. It's like one of her favorite thing to do. She like to lay out the candle. You know,
Okay.
you like the candle like with the fire, and she cooked me big dinner like steak and potato.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rice, and then she
Wait. You
slowly.
get potatoes and rice.
Yeah, we like starches, Kip.
Yeah,
You
no
know what I
shit.
talk about.
Yeah.
Look at you, big boy. You know what starch is.
I do.
But yeah, anyway, so my wife, she like to give me the what she likes to call the Gruck Gruck 9000 Hoover vacuum sucky sucky. and a watch. I like watches.
and a watch.
Right.
What kind of watch? Seiko, Rolex.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Timex?
I just like the watch. As long as it tell
Casio?
me what time it is, I can say ding dong, hello, time for Roger go to work. Make it a condom.
One question that wasn't on here that that I didn't have written down here was somewhere you said that you were in a movie.
A movie. Well, sort of in a movie. I try out for a movie, but the people say my PP too small. So no, I don't think that the porno for Roger.
No.
No, I little bit confused. I thought it like Pirates of the Caribbean, but no, it's more like someone else tried to put their sword in my butthole, and I don't want to do that.
Not worth any amount of money.
No, not for Raja, no.
What's his
Should have
number?
gotten another keyboard, man.
No, all capital letter is fine.
Okay. Does that mean you're coming back to Twitter, or are you taking some time off? Still?
Maybe I maybe come back to Twitter. I know sure yet. Possible.
Okay.
How about you? You still on the Twitter?
I'm still on. I can't put it down. It's a dumpster fire, but I can't put it down.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe I maybe go back to Twitter. Maybe.
Okay. Well, I know. Not only us miss you, even though, kill a misconception here, really quick. Do we have any idea who each other are?
Well, of course, you Mr. the Keb. I watch your TV show on the podcast every week. What you mean?
No, like people.
I know who you are. You know who I am. I on the Twitter.
Yeah, you're on the Twitter. That people think that we know who you are out there.
What
and
you
all
mean?
we know is that you're Roger Wright.
Who I am? I am Roger Wright, asshole. What you mean? What the hell you say?
I'm just saying that some people think there's a conspiracy afoot.
I like conspiracies.
Yeah, check this out.
Very nice, very funny. Yeah. Hey, they say not to get political, but they say jet fuel no melt steer beam.
Jet fuel what?
No melt steer beam.
Steer beam?
Yeah, you know the twin tower they fall down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, jet fuel no melt steer beam.
Well, what melted it?
You never know. I think President Bush is probably that guy. He like the tacos. He like to blow up the building. It's probably that guy.
What does 9/11 have to do with tacos?
Oh no, I say the President Bush, he like the taco, and he like the international conflict.
The taco.
Yeah, he say I like taco, haha.
Okay.
See interview with the President Bush. He sit there, he eat the taco. He like I like tacos, haha.
I do remember this 20 years ago.
Yes, it's a wrong time ago. Yeah, I be around wrong time.
Yeah. Okay. So we have this thing called the Spotlight Cartel. It's a bunch of great podcasts.
Cartel.
Yeah, the cartel. Which cartel?
Who you talking to, asshole? I know nothing about no damn cartel.
Cartel means group.
You think I sell drugs?
Has nothing to do with drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a group of podcasts that we call.
Oh, like your podcast team people.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct. And have you listened to any of those, like Pedals of Support, or the Two Penny Podcast, or Nefarious Nightmare, or the Geeky Dad, or Jury Room?
I think I listened to the pedal one one time.
Okay.
I no listen to the other one yet. Why?
I was just wondering if you could give them a Roger review on the Twitter.
Oh, you want the Dragon review? Oh yeah, maybe it's possible, but see, nobody asked me to do that in a wrong time. How about this, Mr. the Keb? I'm making you a deal.
Okay.
I'm making you one deal, one time offer. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Whoever from your little drug ring cartel ask me first to do Dragon review, I do one for free. But the first one is the only run I do.
Okay, you heard that, everybody. Members of the Spotlight Cartel, Roger Wright will give you a Roger review. So be ready for about 24 fucking tweets back behind, all in caps, and they'll give you a Roger review.
I'll make you famous on the Twitter.
He will make you famous on the Twitter. I don't know. Lastly, and I appreciate you carving out time for this segment.
Of course.
I don't know if
we agreed to. You remember what we agreed to? We have conversation. Anyway, continue. You go.
I don't know if you checked out our merchandise store at unfpod.com, but there's a couple of items in there that were inspired by you.
I know. We have conversation about that too. Remember, you tell me royalty fee.
I didn't tell you anything of the kind.
Yes, you do, asshole. You tell me every time you sell T-shirt that have anything to do with Roger Wright on it, you gonna pay me $5 motherfucking every single time.
We don't get paid
I send you
$5
no. That's a bullshit. You tell me $500 last time we have conversation.
I did not tell you
tell me
$500
$5 every time you sell motherfucker T-shirt, and I send you my Cash App, and you cheap ass motherfucker, you don't send me no money.
You need to get the
what the hell?
condoms out your motherfucking ear.
No, you calm down over there, Mr. DeCap. What the hell I supposed to pay my bills with, asshole? What the hell I supposed to pay my bills with? I come on your show. You lucky I don't come on your wife.
Wow. I don't think
no, I'm just kidding. I know come on your wife, but hey, no, seriously though. What the hell, man? You tell me $500, I come do your show, I spend my whole life to put the money together for me to buy computer, and you don't pay me. Like, what the hell, guy? Like, how and the hell am I supposed to keep my gambling habit?
Okay, bye-bye.
You guys got anything else?
No. Where can they find you, St. Joe?
St. Joe UNF podcast. No, St. Joe UNF pod. Jeez.
Beebs?
That'd be Beebs at Beebs UNF pod.
And I'm Keblibs, KEBLIBES. We're on the mothership on Twitter at UNF Pod. We're at UNF Pod on Facebook, UNF Pod on TikTok, UNF Pod everywhere. We want to thank our special guest, Roger Wright. He is at, I just had to look it up. It's at Roger Wright LL. And I just got that, by the way. And if you don't get that, come on down to Jacksonville and I'll have St. Joe come over and thump you on the head because you are a fucking moron. Anyhow, for St. Joe, for Beebs, my name is the Keb. We will catch you guys next week.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
The opinions on this podcast may strike some listeners as vulgar, offensive, or worst of all, serious. Please adjust your expectations and interpretations accordingly. In other words, lighten the up. For all other concerns, complaints, and court documents, please direct those towards the nearest brick wall. Thank you for listening.